What's going on, guys? I have been making videos, highlight videos, this past few weeks that everyone's been seeing, of potential players that we could be getting not only in free agency, but in the draft as well. Um, I have a plan. I definitely agree with a few people on this. I know, Philadelphia wants Alshon Jeffrey. Um, I think he'd do really well in Philadelphia. It's just that, with Alshon Jeffrey, he hasn't really played a lot of full seasons. Two full seasons. Has been hurt, or, since last year he missed four. So with the PED suspension, shit like that. And honestly, since with Jason Peters not taking the pay cut, since we're going to let him keep his money, be making his money that he's getting next year, he's most likely going to be on the team next year, and we'll probably get rid of him the year after. And I really don't think we're going to get Alshon Jeffrey in free agency. I think if Peters did take a pay cut, it would show that they're trying to get money, that they're trying to get any ounce of money they can get, to make it happen to get him in free agency. The most realistic option that I want is, as you can see, Desean Jackson. I want Desean Jackson back. I've wanted Desean Jackson back ever since the rumors came back. He takes off the top with the safeties, and he will make the run game better. With Alshon Jeffrey, we won't get the run game better that much. He'll probably work out a little bit, but with a speed demon like Desean Jackson, still running a 4.3, one of the elite speeds in the league, at 30 years old, the guy has a lot of talent, and he shouldn't have left Philadelphia by, a stupid fucking head coach that we had named Chip Kelly that no one should ever talk about ever the fuck again. I think that we should bring him back. I don't see why not. He could play for another 4 to 6 years. If everybody watched First Take, Stephen A. Smith, they said some really nice things. Max and Stephen A. said a lot of nice things about him, especially with Desean not ruling out coming back to Philadelphia. He wants to win with a great QB, and Carson needs weapons, and that's it. If we go wide receiver in free agency, go 2 wide receivers in free agency, then we're going to draft a running back in the first round, which is probably going to be Dalvin Cook, most likely. If we do a wide receiver and a running back, if this Latavius Murray shit comes through, which I'm not a big fan of Latavius Murray, he's a product of the Oakland Raiders, we've already learned about product running backs when they come from great teams, and it doesn't really work out too much. With Oakland Raiders' top 3 offensive line in the league, we really fit there very well. I don't know if he'd fit here. He's a one-cut runner. I just don't want to have a whole fucking remake movie of DeMarco Murray and this whole fucking thing happening, paying a running back too much fucking money. I understand he made the Pro Bowl, and whatnot, and then having him work out with Carson Wentz for whatever reason it is. Most likely because free agents from other teams can train with other teams, except their own, of course. Besides, their own teammates, whatever. But the most reliable option that we're probably going to have is Desean Jackson. The most reliable option we're going to have is getting Kenny Stills from Miami. Getting Kenny Stills is another good risk to take. Guy's young, coming off his rookie contract. And he's he's doing his thing. He takes the top off, not as fast as Desean because he's got more experience. But Kenny Stills would be a good fit for this team. Do I think the Eagles will win with just one guy signed in free agency? No. Because we're not going to sign a corner in free agency, and if they do, we should just shoot them ourselves in the fucking face because I'm so sick of signing these 30-year-olds fucking wash-up fucking corners that come here. As a fucking example, Leotis McKelvin is the only one that's been cut from this team so far. Desean Jackson is just, I know we're thinking, as Philly fans, we're as Eagle fans, we are thinking more with our heart and our emotions more than the realistic option that we should have. But at the same time, he still got it. He still has it to take the top off the defense, and he's going to help the run game at the same time. But if they can add at least 2 receivers in free agency, someone that's going to be expensive and someone that's a little inexpensive, whatnot, whatever, that's fine. Then once we sign 2 receivers in free agency, that's it. The number 1 would be Jackson. Number 2 would be whoever. Number 3 would be Jordan Matthews. Then you got Zach Ertz. Open up for Zach Ertz. Open up a lot for Jordan Matthews. And open up a lot for this running game for whoever's going to start as a running back. And we all know it's not going to be Ryan fucking Matthews. So we got to bring this whole thing into account that we need to sign a receiver. Do I want Kenny Britt? No, I don't want Kenny Britt. Why? Because he's going to come over to Philly because he worked with Mike Rowe and he had his best season with Mike Rowe as his fucking wide receiver coach. That doesn't mean a fucking thing. That never fucking works out. It doesn't work out as everybody expects it to. Okay, not a big fan of Kenny Britt, and I don't see much news about Kenny Britt, so I don't think Kenny Britt's a reliable option. At all. In the draft, they want to sign 1 receiver and a running back at free agency. That's fine. They could do that if they want. Do I agree with the whole running back signing? Probably fucking not. We're not going to have every hole filled this year. I mean, this is not going to happen all this year. We're literally going to have almost every spot filled, but not every spot. We're going to probably have 1 or 2 spots that are not. We're probably not going to have 2. We're probably going to only have 1 corner that's going to work out for us this year. I don't know, unless someone else steps up, unless we draft more than 1 corner this year, which we probably will most likely, because I know we all agree we should be drafting a corner in the first round. And I know you see my videos where I have a lot of love for Corey Davis from Western Michigan. Polished route runner, catches with his hands. He's just quick, and not the speed demon, but he is quick. I'm going to watch him at the combine. I'm going to watch the combine and see how he is, what his times are on the shuttle, all the testings and whatnot. I know the combine isn't a huge thing. Mostly you're just looking for a 40 time and you're looking for how fast somebody is, agility-wise, how much elusiveness they have after catching the ball, whatnot, on the time. But Western Michigan's Corey Davis is probably top on my list. Mike Williams is definitely going to be gone, probably to the Tennessee Titans. He could be gone for Buffalo. He could be gone by that time. But that all depends what we do in free agency. Once free agency happens, we know what's going on. Then we'll know what's up. But right now, we only have 9 point something million in cap space right now. Don't have much. We have Connor Barwin on the trade block. Multiple teams like Baltimore, Green Bay, and Indianapolis, I think, interested in Connor Barwin. And then Michael Kendricks, not a lot of value, but we can accumulate more picks. We have 8 picks in this draft, an extra 4th. We have every pick for every round and we have an extra 4th for the Eric Rowe trade. And that's about it. And that's good. It's good to use. I'd honestly say, we got Samalo for the offensive line. We got Holly Pudi Vaitai as the backup tackle right now. That's the future. I'm not sold on Big V, but I think, after we see another year, maybe we can, maybe we'll see something happen. I mean, Samalo's a 3rd-round pick. He's going to start. He's going to be our next center, whether Jason Kelsey's out, staying, whatnot. And we all know about Jason Kelsey being undersized at, 6'2", 270-something pounds. Isaac Samalo's 320, 6'3", whatever the fuck he is. But whatever we do at free agency, Howie Roseman's going to do his magic. And it's not going to be a fucking splash. It might be a little bit of a splash, but not a huge fucking splash. But we're going to sign somebody, and somebody will be lucky enough to come here and play for this fucking QB that needs help. Because once he has weapons, everyone's going to fucking see. and that's what it is. Can't compare quarterbacks right now until this team is going to look scary next year and a little bit more scary and more scary this year. I'm not. We did not look scary at all last year. No one cared. But I'm going with if we go for 2 wide receivers in free agency, Desean Jackson's number 1, number 2 is whoever. I don't even care. But Desean Jackson, I want back in Philadelphia where he fucking belongs, where he belongs in his career. Where is he going to go to L.A.? Great QB in L.A., Jared Goff. Where's he going to go to the fucking 49ers? They have over 100, what, they have like 90-something $1 million in cap space, and they're on a fucking rebuilding stage. A drought, fucking gutted rebuilding stage. We'll see what happens, but Desean Jackson, I want to say he will be back, and I think he will be back. I have a lot of faith that he'll come back and help us out. So I want to give you guys an update, and thank you a lot for watching my highlight videos and commenting and giving me feedback on everything. So that's about it. So I'll come back with a video once there's other news set up, and I'll keep coming at you with videos, random videos, or whatnot. So I'll see you guys later. Go Birds. Bring Desean Jackson home. See you guys later.